YouTube, what's new? I'm still sick, if you can't tell. Oh, before we get into what's new with me, I'm Lauren, by the way. I'm the girl that is retaking the bar exam and putting it on the internet, or putting my experience on the internet for people who are retaking the bar exam or taking the bar exam for the first time to see and hopefully find some comfort in my experience. So what's new with me? I'm still sick. You can probably hear it in my voice because to me, I sound like I am talking, I don't know how to describe it, but it sounds like that I'm like in a bubble and that's like what you're hearing. So bar exam starts on Tuesday. I leave for Austin tomorrow, and I will be driving there. It's a 3.5-hour drive from where I live. And yeah, it's this week, guys. It's here. And the nerves are there, but I am not as nervous as I was the first time because I'm more confident in myself and my studying and the material than I was the first time. So I think that's really good. So what is this video going to be? Well, it's going to be essentially like a packing video. I'm not going to actually show you what I'm packing in my suitcase because that's clothes and toiletries, and anybody who's taking the bar exam, you're probably not going to be interested in that because that's literally what I'm doing. That's literally normal packing. The only thing I'm adding is I'm taking my Switch, because my Nintendo Switch, which I got for Christmas a few years ago, because there's not a gym at the hotel I'm staying at, and one thing that is part of my routine that I don't want to change because it has helped me decompress from days is working out. So because there's not a gym at the hotel, I'm going to be taking my Nintendo Switch and working out to one of the games that I have. It's not the Ring Fit Adventure. I don't have that. But I do have Just Dance, which, yes, it does work you out. There's the I do all the fitness ones. So they're very repetitive and very much kind of aerobic-like. So that's what I do when I don't have time to go to the gym or I don't have access to a gym like I won't in Austin. So yeah, I'm going to Austin. I'm kind of nervous. I've been to Austin once before during law school for a poverty law conference because, see, still sick. But I'm getting so much better. If y'all saw my video last week, you'll see a total difference, hopefully, and probably hear it too. So yeah, I went to Austin once before in law school for the poverty law conference because I was the chief of one of the clinics at my school, which means I kind of oversaw other students. And one of the perks was getting to go to this conference and taking notes because what our clinic dealt with dealt heavily with poverty law. So yeah, I've been to Austin once before. I've never been for the bar exam. I'm kind of peeved that the spring bar exam, so the February bar exam for Texas, you can only take in Austin. I get there's less people taking it, but it's still really annoying. And like, if you're taking it while you're in law school, if you're taking this bar exam, because it is possible, you have to take like a week off of school, and that's just annoying, but also like depending on where you go to law school, that's a long way. Like if you're at Texas Tech School of Law or whatever it's called, from where I live to get to Texas Tech, that's like 5 hours minimum. So add the 3.5 it takes to get to Austin, you're talking about a full day drive just to get to the venue. That's crazy to me. You would have to literally take a week off of school, which when you're in law school, you don't want to do. Even if it is your last semester, you'd never want to take just like a week off. It's not, I wouldn't advise it. So yeah, moving on. What am I actually going to be taking to the bar exam besides clothes and my Nintendo Switch, which is not going to be for gaming purposes? I won't be gaming. I may play a game the last day, so after the Texas Essay Day, which is the last day, I may play a game, but it's really just for working out. I don't really use it for anything else at the moment because I am such in bar prep mode. So what am I going to be taking to the actual bar exam? What am I going to be having in my bag? Because you only get like a gallon bag and you can only take certain things. So one of the things that I'm going to be taking is actually on my bed. You can see it, it's my laptop right here. I am taking my test on a laptop. It's upside down. I'm taking my test on my laptop because I type faster than I write. I always have. You can handwrite your exam. I know people who have. There are pros and cons to it, just like there are pros and cons to typing, because when you type, you have to deal with the fact that your computer may die or the testing software may not work. So be prepared that you may have to write it anyways. But there are cons to just handwriting the exam, and that you may not finish. Because you're only given, like, on Texas Essay Day, you're given like 30 minutes per essay. That's a tough time limit. Alright, so what am I going to take in like my actual plastic baggie? So, let me pull it out because I have my backpack right here. If y'all saw this is my backpack. If y'all saw my What's in My Bag video, the one I posted a while ago, the thumbnail is a red North Face backpack. I traded in for this one. I didn't trade the backpack in. I donated the backpack to charity because it was still a pretty good backpack, but I wanted a new one. You saw what was in my backpack mainly for like law school. So this one is what I'm taking, what I'm using it for to take to the bar exam. And in it is my Ziploc bag. And you'll notice I have 2 Ziploc bags here. So the reason why I have 2 Ziploc bags, because you are not allowed to take pencil sharpeners. If I can open it, wow. So you're not allowed to take pencil sharpeners, and Sharpies aren't allowed every single day. Or not Sharpies, that's the brand of my highlighters. Highlighters aren't allowed every day. You're allowed to have them on the essay days, so the first day, which is 3 hours, and the last day, which is Texas Essays, but you're not allowed to take pencil sharpeners. So I have a buttload of pencils here. I just got like a pack of 12, I think, but I have this many pencils and my eraser, which I'm allowed to take in, because you're not allowed to have pencil sharpeners. So I have a pencil sharpener and I have it in this separate bag, so I can keep it all together in my backpack, but when it comes to when I can only take certain things, like this is all I can essentially take on the MBE day, which is the day of multiple choice. I can take this bag out, or I can just put the markers in, but the pencil sharpener also gets really disgusting. So yeah, but I have the pencil sharpener because my pencils get dull really fast. So in between the days when I come back to my hotel room, I'm going to sharpen my pencils. So even though I can't take a pencil sharpener into the exam with me, I'm still going to be taking one. So that's what goes in this bag. Also, what I'm going to be putting in this bag that's not currently in this bag is money, my ID, because you have to have your ID, probably my exam ticket, which is in another thing right now, just to keep all my papers together. And then car keys are gonna probably be in it, and I will be wearing my glasses because we're not allowed to take glasses cases in, so I will be wearing my glasses, and my glasses are in a different pocket of my bag. And they're right here, they're in this case. They are right here. And I'm not farsighted, which means I can see near, but I'm nearsighted, so I can't see far away very well. And the reason why I wear glasses for testing, sorry guys, and the reason why I wear glasses for testing is because where your computer screen sits is just at like the cusp of your near and farsighted vision. So if you're one or the other, make sure whenever you're sitting at a desk with a computer in front of you that you're wearing your glasses, because then your eyes aren't shining as much. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be taking with me in this bag, which is all that am allowed to take with me into the exam. So no phones, I can't take my watch, can't take anything, which is a struggle, especially with the fact that my hotel is like weirdly located and it's not as nice as the one I stayed in the first time. But I'm hoping that restaurants will be easier to find, but regardless, I'm going to be taking food. That's the next thing I'm going to be bringing with me. I don't have any food here with me right now, but I'm going to be taking lunch food so I can make my lunch and leave it in my car, because the first day is only half day, so I'm not going to worry about that. I'm just going to come back to my hotel room and make my lunch there. But the second and third day are full days. They are full 6-hour days. So what I plan on doing is making my lunch, putting in my car with an ice pack and the lunch box, and parking in the garage. And once we're broken for lunch, going to my car and eating in my car. It's not ideal because I would rather walk to the venue, because the venue isn't very far from my hotel. It's like less than a mile. But for the sake of not having to worry about walking to and from, I'm gonna just drive. It also makes it easier on the lunch thing, because when I took it in the fall, or in the summer in July, the big issue for me was meals, because the location changes in the summer. When you're around the DFW area. This year it was in Fort Worth. There are no fast food restaurants. Everything is like sit down in the area where the convention center is in Fort Worth. That's not fast enough for the hour lunch break we have, because we have to factor in the time it takes to walk to the restaurant and to walk back into the convention center and get there in time for 1 o'clock. So that's why I'm going to be taking a meal with me. But yeah, and I've also learned food was an issue last time, so I'm going to tackle that problem head on. I do have like a fridge and like a mini kitchen, so I'm going to be taking some food to eat for dinner as well, just to try to save on some money. So food, what I'm actually taking into the bar exam, and then I have the stuff I'm packing in my thing, and last but not least is what is in my actual backpack. So I'm going to start pulling stuff out of my backpack. I'm not going to pull everything out of it because this isn't like a full what's in my bag thing, because some of this stuff is just normal stuff I keep in my backpack anyways, like toiletry items like medicine, stuff like that. All my cords go in like one of the little bags that I have. So yeah, so the first thing is the bag you all already saw. And then I have my planner, which has my packing list in it. It has my food list, so the food packing list, I have 2 separate packing lists. It also has all my just daily stuff, and yes, it is a bullet journal. If y'all want a video about why I do bullet journaling and how I planned and did planner stuff in college, and not college, well, college will probably come up, but in law school, comment down below, and I will gladly like do a flip through of the bullet journals I used in law school and explained how my planning has changed throughout and why the bullet journal just works so much for me. So yeah, I'm going to be taking this because one thing I will be doing is like writing down my to-do list of the day, which will basically be take the bar, but I like having it. Again, sorry for the coughing, guys. I am sick. The other thing is my trusty little pen bag. I can't take any of this stuff into the bar exam. I think I could take the highlighters in, but none of the rest of the stuff I can take into the bar exam. I just like having my pen bag. It's a comfort thing for me. So yeah, I'm also gonna like be piling stuff on my bed. So I don't know if y'all can see it, but if the pile just like starts climbing, just know that I'm a mess, guys. So the other things that are in my backpack, the first thing is this binder. My computer will also go in the backpack, by the way. But this binder, y'all have seen this before. If you're familiar with my channel, oh man, it got ruined. If you're familiar with my channel, you've seen this binder before. You saw it at the very beginning. Back then it was a 1-inch binder. It's now a 2-inch binder because it's got lots of stuff in it. Mainly what I have is I have my hotel information, my bar exam ticket, and some stuff I had to sign that I had to like send into the bar, but I kept the extra paperwork. Also, what I have is some not answer sheets, but just some sheets that I created for studying. More stuff I created for studying. This is like a quick look at what I'm still kind of struggling with. And then y'all saw this page the first time, and it was pretty blank. Now it's not. It is actually two-sided. So yeah, all the pages are like that. I can show you. There's torts, con law, property, criminal law, evidence, and civil procedure. And those are all the main MBE subjects. So yeah, as you can see, I use this. Everything else that's in it are the overviews that Barbary provides, and I have all the ones for the Texas subjects. Sorry guys. I have all the ones for the Texas subjects and all the ones for the MBE subjects. This also, like the sheets I showed at the beginning, I have some things I call black law bullets, which are really helpful for me. And then I have my P&E quick short sheets, which are essentially all the answers to the P&Es of the past, and I looked at the ones that are the most common, and I'm going to be studying those because the chances of those appearing on the test is very likely since they do repeat questions. So yeah, that's my binder. Again, I'm so sorry guys about the coughing. I don't edit my videos, so you're just gonna have to deal with it. So the next thing I have in my bag of tricks is I have one of the testing books from Barbary. This one has the P&Es at the front, and then at the back it has all the Texas essays. So tomorrow, once I get to Austin, I'll probably be doing at least one more P&E from this book, or I'll do one of the past ones that are on the Board of Law Examiners website, and then I'll probably do a few of the practice Texas essay ones probably on Wednesday after the MBE. So there's that. The next thing I have is a book of MBE practice questions. So this back half of the book is just MBE refresher questions. And then we have just practice MBE stuff to just refresh you on the law. Basically what I'm going to be doing with this is just practicing. If I have time, I'm going to be answering a few of the questions, not all of them. The real thing I'm going to be doing is, and the next thing I'm going to pull out, which is the last thing I'll be pulling out of my bag, and that is my lecture handouts. I will probably, on the day of the P&E and the MPT, I will probably just be going over the not the Texas essay questions, but the multi-state, the MBE portion of the lecture handouts, because they are very much tailored to what is actually going to be tested on the MBE. So that's what I'll be doing on that day. So I'm going to be studying each day. Barbary says you probably shouldn't, but Barbary lies. So yeah, so that's the last thing that's in my bag. That is basically what I'm going to be taking down to Austin with me. It's not a lot. I do, especially for like this, when I'm not going to be in my hotel room a lot. And just in general, I try to travel really light and only take the necessary things. So yeah, I don't have a lot of stuff, and I don't plan on taking a lot of stuff. I like to be very organized. So yeah, that is everything I'll be taking. That's essentially what's in my bag. That's my packing video. A few little tips here and there as well. If you guys liked this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below if you have any questions about certain things I'm doing. or anything else that you would like to ask me about. And subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. That really helps me get more visibility to people who may need some comfort and some knowing that they're not alone in retaking the bar exam. It's not the end of the world, and yeah, you can still have a bit of fun. So yeah, I will see you guys after the bar exam, because I will be doing like a decompression video of all my thoughts, because I'm certain I'll have some. So I will see you guys after the bar exam. Bye!